here we go again, take 3. I had to delete the Weather Network and my music. Hopefully this doesn't glitch out again, okay? It's telling me I have just too many things, and I've deleted every single video I've made, so hopefully we're okay. All right, so picking up where we left off, I'm sorry, thank you for your patience. Type B, who can it donate to? You can always donate to your own blood type, okay? And then can it donate to AB? Yes, because AB does not have any antibodies against B. Can it donate to O? No. And then so type AB, can it donate to B? Or sorry, can it donate to A? No, because it has B antibodies. Can it donate to A? Or sorry, B, sorry guys. Can it donate to B? No, because it has A antibodies. Can it donate to its own blood type? Always. Can it donate to O? No, absolutely not. O has A and B blood or antibodies. And then we look at O and we say, okay, can O donate to A? All right. So O doesn't have any antigens whatsoever to upset anybody. So the common thread here is O is going to be able to donate to every single blood type, including themselves, because they're lacking any antigens on that red blood cell to upset anybody else's blood. Okay, so they can donate to every single blood type. All right. All right, now who can you receive from if you're in type A? You might want to shut this off and see if you can figure it out. I'm going to give you the answers. Type A blood can receive from, you can always receive from your own, and they can receive from O only. They cannot receive from AB because AB has the B antigen and they've got the B antibody. Type B blood will follow suit and they can receive from B and O. Type AB, very rare in North America, that's my blood type, they can receive from everybody because they have all the antigens, so nobody's going to upset this blood type because they recognize every single antigen and don't overreact to it. Okay? And then type O can only receive from themselves. So wrapping this up, no special names here that I know of. I mean, some people believe that blood types can determine your personality and what you can eat. There's a lot of research out there on that, but I'm not teaching that because I don't know how accurate that research is. But if it's your interest, you can certainly look that up if you know your blood type. So type AB is called the universal recipient because they can receive blood from anybody. And type O is called the universal donor. Okay, now just to finish this up, there is an RH factor, which comes from the rhesus factor, and you're going to read a little bit about that, but rhesus monkeys, okay, that's a type of monkey. So we've got, and just because the monkey has it doesn't mean we have it, or vice versa. It's not related to that, it's where it was discovered. So we've got this RH factor, and the RH factor is an additional protein. You could call it an antigen, I'm just going to be more general, and say it's an additional protein found on some people's red blood cells, okay? And if you have it, you are Rh positive, okay? So if you have it, the rhesus factor, you are Rh positive. If you don't have it, you are Rh negative. All right, so it's an additional protein that travels on the red blood cells. So you can be A positive or you can be A negative. Now, keeping that in mind, you have to say to yourself, okay, if I have it, I've got that antigen, right? And so that means that I won't overreact to it. So in other words, if you have A, now I'm going to go back over here, if we have an A positive blood type, then we're just going to put this down here as the rhesus factor, these positives. Okay, you could have put R's on there, could have been anything. So if you're A positive, you've got also this, okay, this antigen. And so now if you're A negative, you can't receive from somebody who's A positive because you don't have this factor and you will overreact to it, okay? And by the overreaction, I mean clotting. So you attack that blood and you form a blood clot, and blood clots are very dangerous, okay? You want your blood to be fluid, not solid. And so you have to consider always, is the person, if you've got type A blood, are you A positive or are you A negative? If you're A positive, you can get A positive blood or A negative blood, because it doesn't have, A negative blood doesn't have that extra factor. But if you're a negative blood type, you can't receive from somebody who is Rh positive. Okay, and that's the quick and easy version, hopefully, for you. So we're just going to finish this up quickly here, because I know I'm taking a lot of time, and I kind of figured this would be a 30-minute lesson at least. White blood cells, I'm going to color in blue. Okay, I don't know why I'm choosing blue, but we'll just color this in blue. White blood cells, called leukocytes, also spelled with a K, so that C can be a K. I didn't highlight this, but I do want you to know that red blood cells are called erythrocytes, all right? And white blood cells are called leukocytes, and leuko means white, okay? What your white blood cells do, they have so many different functions, but their most important function is that they're fighting infection, okay? And I think that if I quizzed you guys on that before even telling you, I think everybody would be able to tell me that. Not only do they fight infection, they will remove it. So there are really a lot of different strategies on how they're going to fight the infection and remove it. I do want you to be aware that there are so many different types of white blood cells, okay? Many, many different types. And they each have a different job. So they'll each attack different things. So in other words, if you get a fungus infection, you'll get certain white blood cells that will attack fungus, okay? So they're very specialized. You have the least number of white blood cells in a normal human being compared to the other cells. Okay, so in other words, if we were to look at the blood plasma, we would see more red blood cells floating, far less white blood cells floating, and more platelets, okay, than white blood cells. So I'm not going to make you know about these numbers this semester. They are large. White blood cells are very large. They're irregularly shaped. So in other words, each type of white blood cell has a different shape. All right, and they contain a nucleus. They only live on average 10 days. And why is that? It's because they are your army. They are fighting every infection that's trying to get into your body. So they die, okay? They're produced in bone marrow. You need to know that. In lymph glands, okay? So you've got a lymphatic system that I'm going to very briefly touch on next week. If you're interested in lymph glands again, do yourself some justice and look those up. They're produced in the spleen, and they're produced in the thymus, which is an endocrine gland in your chest, okay? The thymus disappears in late adolescence, so most of you probably have it, but it's getting quite small right now. And they can move out